woe to you. Now, family, from the days of the beginning of my Christian walk in November 2003, I have seen two grievous forces that are always at work against those who call themselves followers of Christ and those who may even be seekers of Christ. One of those forces is that I have seen is that those of us who call ourselves followers of Christ will always be the subject of spiritual attacks because we have a real enemy called Satan, that dragon of old who hates those who bear the image of God. And so as long as you and I have breath, and as long as you and I bear the name of Christ, we will always be the subject of spiritual attacks. It is that annoyance when all things are going well, and then out of nowhere, a storm rises up in your life. When out of nowhere, hell breaks out from every side in your life. A backstabbing, a friend abandons you, trouble in the marriage, a doctor's report, an affliction you didn't plan for. Satan now has come against your home, your mind, your heart, your marriage, your children. We know this by the writings of Paul. When he penned the letter to the church at Ephesus, he taught us in chapter 6 that God gave you and I a spiritual armor. And that spiritual armor of Ephesians chapter 6, watch, it prophesies to you a battle. So there is no Christianity without a fight. Let me say this to you again. There is no Christianity without a fight. Let me say this one more time. There is no Christianity without warfare. There is no Christianity without fight. That's why we must train followers of Christ, man, to be fit for battle and for warfare. Especially when you're going in the right direction, sometimes opposition is a sign to you that you're on the right path. And of all the pieces the armor fits on, there is one place there is no armor, and that is for your back. Because there is only one direction in the kingdom, and that is forward. But I have seen in my 21 years of walking with the Lord, another grievous things that come against those who are followers of Christ or those who are seekers of Christ. And not only spiritual warfare, but spiritual deception. This is when the enemy works through those who are false teachers, who have false teachings with false authority, coming after the saints of God or the seekers of God to lure them away from Christ, away from the church, away from the word, away from truth. Both of them are destructive, but I think, in my estimation, the one that is most damaging is the latter one, spiritual deception. Because family, you can go through a spiritual battle and still come out with your faith intact. You can go through a spiritual battle and still come out on the other side. But there are people who have been the victims of spiritual deception, hear me, who has not come out on the other side. They have not come out with their faith. They have not come out with their testimony. You see this all the time in the United States. People who went to seminary and say, I don't know if the Bible can be trusted. People who was once on fire and then another season they're far away from God. Like you and I've sat in classes